Hello, welcome pen friends. I can't believe it, but it's time for a progress report on how it's going here November 2022. I have been writing with 8 TWSBI Ecos, all inked up with different inks. So this time it was same pen, different inks, kind of departed from what I had been doing. And boy, do I have a lot to cover because I've got them all in my 68 GSM Tomoe River paper ink journal. And I've done more with some than others, but I've written with every single one of all 8 of them, letters and ink journal entries. So we're starting with a splash because this is turning into one of my favorite inks, which, oh, there's a story behind that. Because I went today to see if they still had it and it sold out. And I wasn't too happy. I should have gotten a second bottle a while back because I love it, and I'm just going through it like like water bottles or something. And that's Vanness Hissy Fit pink in my TWSBI Eco Clear with a medium nib, but I have it in 2 other pens. I also have it in a Lamy All-Star with the 1.5, and I have it in my little Moon Man pen with a broad nib, a number 5 broad nib. But we'll stick with this at first here, but I am going to show you a bunch of comparable inks because we're all going to need it, because it's kind of a, they said not to have a Hissy Fit if they sold out, and sure enough, it's sold out, and I'm not sure if they'll be making any more. Sad. Okay, like I don't have enough other inks, but okay, so this was when it was on sale, or when it was being sold, 30 mil for $13, and it said batch ink limited stock, so that was my first clue right there. It's very beautiful, and once I started pulling out comparables, I realized it's right in the zone I love, so no wonder I think it's great. Let's see. I have splats on the CVS caliber paper. It wasn't the kind of ink that left behind, you know, really sheen or anything, but it does have beautiful shading, and shading is one of my favorite things. So that may be one of the reasons I love it. That and the color, just the color, the pure beauty of the color. No telling what was happening on November 3rd. That's when I started these. The chromatography was very straightforward. Let's see, and it worked equally well on the luxurious, you know, Tomoe River paper and on the cheap CVS caliber paper. You know, I had no problems with flow, no dragging nibs or anything, and so that was wonderful. I think we will do the color comparisons just because, let's do that right now. Okay, this will probably be the only one I do this on this time, but that's because I noticed it's sold out, and we may have to do this just to find, you know, if we're going to want to continue with the same kind of color and kind of look at what looks similar, but I'm not really sure whether there's going to be anything exact. It's certainly in good company here. We've talked about many of these before. I noticed how similar it looked to the Ferris Wheel Press Double Raspberry. And I know that that's a flowy ink with a lot of beauty too, but I didn't have the same reaction to that ink as I do the Hissy Fit. There's something a little bit more striking about the color. Okay, slight interruption there. Little malfunction of the, what day is it? Let's put it that way. Okay, so there's so many others on this panel that I really like. I loved Califolio Andronopal, but that's redder, so it's clearly redder, and I remember it being not as magenta pink, but veering more red, that's all. And Yamabudo, that's a wonderful comparison for it, and that may be one of the reasons why I really like it, because it's very similar, but gosh, this has a brightness. The Hissy Fit has a really special brightness. This has sheen though. So if you love Yamabudo, you could probably get your Hissy Fit fix with Yamabudo pretty well, I think. Oh my goodness. No, Coco. Go back to sleep. Daddy shouldn't have woke you up. Oh dear. It's okay, hon. It's okay. It's okay. He was sleeping right next to me then. Manuel had a little panic and thought it was the day to put the trash out. Well, it is for tomorrow, but it's not today, it's later today. Then Rohr and Klinger Solferino is just so much brighter, more purpley almost. So I don't know. I shouldn't be making conclusions. I see a lot of red in these at the bottom. And then Seguro wine and cactus fruit eel are so much alike, it's not even funny. I almost wondered if it was a trick on me or something that these were the same, but I don't know. I don't think so. Anyway, maybe this will help you if you're looking for something in that ballpark, because I know I'm going to be, and I do have a bottle of Yamabudo, so I'll probably, if I drain this little bottle, which I haven't had it long, the Hissy Fit, and I can already see that it's like down to half, so I've been busy. Oh dear, I've been busy. Okay, all right, so let's go back into the ink journal. Okay, here on the left, the next one is Noodler's Stockyard Signature from the 2022 Dallas Pen Show. It's a beautiful brown, and what I like the best about it is how it flows. It just, it's just really, really super flowy. It had a really interesting chromatography, which I'm messing up by, let me get it up there higher for you. It just showed the pink and the kind of a little bit of a yellow, and then on to what looks like green. It's gorgeous. But my favorite part about it is it's really, really flowy. And it doesn't replace Sailor 50 States Texas, but because in a nib it kind of gives me what I want in a brown, I can go nuts with a Noodler's ink. But the Sailor 50 States Texas, I think, was $20 or $25. Probably 20 is what I paid, because I got it at that price rather than the $25 for just such a small 20 ml bottle. So you can write to your fill with the Noodlers. And it is now on sale at Dromgool's. They had it 1 ounce, which was 30 ml for $9.50, 3 ounces for $14. I haven't checked today, so keep in mind some of these things do, you know, change or sell out or whatever. But yeah, I really, really like this. We'll do I'll go through and tell you what I did for grades at the very end. Right now, I just wanted to show you how it went, I think. So next up is Diatomentus elderberry, and I put that in my TWSBI Eco Cement Gray with a medium nib. Yeah, so far we're 3 for 3 medium nibs. And this is stunning. This ink is so beautiful, and it has more water resistance than anything else in this batch. You can see that on the card. It's not sold as that, so I'm not trying to say that, you know, that you can address envelopes with it, but you will have a little more stability in it, like in art, and yet, you know, it'll stay there, but you can still draw out a lot of the color, which is so pretty with a water brush. I noticed it was on sale or was for sale at Goulet Pens, 45 ml for $16, or you could get a sample for $1.50. And that also had a really interesting chromatography. It stayed with a kind of a slate gray and moved up with like a lavender and then a red. Really, really beautiful. And the flow on this is just stunning. In fact, I kept thinking, I wonder if my pen friend that sent me this pen did nib work on this nib. But then I thought, well, I've had a lot of other inks in it and I didn't have that thought. So I'm not sure, but I'll probably ask her just in case. But it just is so flowy, so wonderful. Oh, I was complaining about the price of eggs in my ink journal entry, $17.87 for 5 dozen. Yeah, I've bought them cheaper. Let's put it that way. Okay, so next up is TWSBI Eco Purple with Pelikan 4001 Violet, a very lovely purple. And this is also a medium nib. I have it in a little bottle, and it's at Vanness, 30 ml for $10.75. Now, this didn't have the flow that the first 3 inks had. There was a visible difference. I mean, you know, if I could feel the difference, and I didn't complain about that with previous fills in this TWSBI. So, whereas these 3, the Vanness Hissy Fit, the Noodler's ink, and the Diatomentus just flowed right out. This is a little drier. It's not a deal breaker, and I'm not trying to call it really dry, but I noticed it. I thought, oh, it's not that, you know, fire hose that I kind of prefer. Oh my goodness, I was having a day of it. I'm writing about blame, fault, responsibility. Some things are just sucky. Oh dear. It's okay. It's not okay to just blame or internalize or blame yourself. Okay, I don't know what was happening that day. Thank goodness I didn't go into it. Here's the chromatography. Kind of went like a light purple and a pink in there. Kind of washed out a little. But it's a really nice, beautiful ink. I think it would do better in a broader nib, a wider nib, that's all. And now I want to experiment with that. When I test things when they first come through the door, they used to always go through my Lamy Vista with a broad nib. So I could have had a whole different love for it in a Lamy broad nib. You never know. I need to look back and see, in fact, because so much time passes, I forget like what my initial response was. So the next ink is Conklin Antique Turquoise, and it's in my new beautiful Eco, which, I gotta go back to where I wrote down how to pronounce this. I can't remember, and I flipped pages. Cerulean, okay, cerulean blue. And I just love this. This ink in this with this nice juicy broad nib. They really got that nib right. And you know, the beauty and the mood lifting of this turquoise, I really liked it. Even though I had got a jury summons. I guess that might have been the day it came in. It is for municipal court, so they'll probably just get through with me pretty quick. I just love this. This is the #1 combination of November that I have so far. And I'll show you, I've got a few distractions and additions, but I'll show you that box at the end. Oh my, I had so many philosophical weird notes in here. Okay, anyway, this was great. And I see that this is at Vanness, 60 mil for $15. Is that a mistake? That's a lot of ink for $15. Awesome. Okay, I'll have to make sure that's correct before I publish this. I think it is, but okay. The next one is the TWSBI Eco Green Transparent with a medium nib and Colorverse Alpha Centauri. I love this. This little bottle was a 15 ml bottle sent to me by Vanness, you know, included with an order, a large order I made some time ago. Could have been even 2 years ago, I can't remember. Oh, negative low mood. Well, I'm not in that anymore, so let's cover that up. I really like this. I was missing a broad nib with this one too, though. I thought, oh, too bad it's not in a broad nib. But I've been using it. It's gorgeous. You get some shading. You get really good flow. Colorverse inks are like that. They flow really well. And I think this green is perfect. It's, you know, like where the Colorverse Supernatural is quite a bit brighter. This is just a little bit more deeper, and it's gorgeous. The shading is just amazing. So I can't say enough good about that. This is an honor roll. Spoiler alert. It's all A's and B's. Then the next one is, let's see which one. Okay, it's the TWSBI Eco Rose Gold and Black Edition with a medium nib. And Pure Pen's Landbrus Slate. And this is gorgeous. This is really, really nice. I did well with the water brush too. I noticed it was at Pure Pens for $8 USD. There's a tool now that you can drop down and get it in your own country's currency for 60 mil. Oh, I was saying that was a good deal over here, over yonder. But that's much better, yeah. And it's a gorgeous gray. It still doesn't take away, I mean, my top gray is still Graf von Faber-Castell Stone Gray, though. But I love this. It's just really nice. It flows really well. I think that the Stone Gray flows just a little bit stronger or faster or whatever. Must have a little bit more viscosity, or oh dear, I just mangled that word. Oh, let's read this. I remember writing this. If I were a color, it would be gray. I like how gray gets along with the other colors, how it's not as jolting as black, how it often contains a mystery in its chromatography. It's peaceful and doesn't call much attention to itself. Only once you test its inner content do you find other beauty within. Oh, okay, that's enough of that. Anyway, I had lots of thoughts. So this was great, excellent, a lot of fun. And a lot of my pen pals have gotten these colors in their letters, so and I have like 8 in my to be replied pile, so I need to get busy. The next one is the TWSBI Eco Transparent Red with a medium nib. I was going to say, what did I do? Medium, medium, medium. One broad, okay, medium, medium, medium. Everything was medium except for the cerulean blue. Mercy. Okay, that's why I was missing my broad nibs. Okay. This is Monteverde Valentine Red, and it's gorgeous. Such a happy, bright red and really, really nice. It doesn't seem very confused about what color it is. To me, it's red, you know, and that's nice. Cheerful, hits the right red for me. Okay, and, you know, it comes out pinky with a water brush. Definitely pink stays, is the first color that stays in the chromatography. I wrote down, red has been a tricky color for me, and I normally choose Kaweco Ruby Red and Sailor Grenade. Yeah, so I go toward those maroonish, deeper reds. But this didn't give me any trouble with flow, and that's my problem sometimes with red, is that it doesn't want to move, and this does, so it's wonderful. I got a little chart to show you next. Let's see. So I did put these all in Hobonichi weeks that I've been experimenting with color and learning, you know, which pens I can write in with it. But mostly I've been experimenting with it. It was sent by a wonderful viewer. And so I got all 8 of these in here just to kind of see how they looked and write with them. And it looks really gorgeous. This I used, let's see, got these boxes, these like separate boxes. I used an automatic pen because I noticed Brenda doing this over on the door mouse's desk, and it was such a neat way to put the ink on there. And then I used my water brush, so it's really, really pretty. The purple, the Pelikan 4001 Violet, I noticed had some gold. Let's see if I can show you. I don't know. I'm seeing it, but it's hard to show there. Had some gold sheen, and it just was really pretty. And this has gold sheen, the Monteverde Valentine Red. That may even be green. That looks green. Oh my, that's really pretty. But I'm hoping you're seeing what I'm seeing, because my lighting is really strange this morning. Okay, so let's go and we'll look at the report card real quick. And then I wanted to show you my box of distractions, because that will explain, you know, some of this. Wow, I've got a lot of stuff inked up because so many wonderful things have come through the door. Okay, so let's jump right in. Definitely an A+ on the Clear Eco with Vanness Hissy Fit. I would go even further with this one. With the Lamy All-Star with it, this would be an A++, and it would have won the whole show. But I have to keep this out. This is like the, you know, the fair. You know, when you were a kid, you go to the fair. Well, there were rules. This month was TWSBI Ecos, but this definitely was my favorite. You know, overall. But just sticking with the 8 that we are evaluating. It definitely got an A+, which is no shabby grade. And then the Rose Gold and White Eco with the medium nib, and Noodler's Stockyard Signature A+, excellent. It has luxurious flow. It's a beautiful brown, and I can see myself just using gobs of it. I haven't purchased it because I have so much ink, but it's gorgeous. I love it. It's going to continue to tempt me. Okay, then the Eco with the Cement Gray and a medium nib, Diatramenous Elderberry, that's another A+. I pick that up and I just smile, because I know as I'm writing it's just going to go right along. I don't have to put any kind of thought into it, just ready to flow. I did mark down the purple transparent Eco with the medium nib and Pelikan 4001 Violet to a B+, maybe an A. It's just that I'm super sensitive after writing with these three of it being a little drier, that's all. And so it would probably benefit from a nice juicy broad nib. And then my A++ was the, see if I can look at that again, cerulean blue with Conklin antique turquoise. Just a wow every time I look at it. You know, it's not just the color either. The nib is just right and the flow is perfect. And then like the combination of it looking so good in that pen. It does seem to be such a nice, you know, matchup for that pen. Okay, then the transparent green with a medium Eco. Colorverse Alpha Centauri is an A. Beautiful green, lovely combination of shading. I did start missing the fact I probably wanted it in a broad nib, but it's okay. It might help amend my ordering in the future. If I'm gonna see Ecos that I want in the future, I'll probably get broad nibs. And then the rose gold and black with medium and Pure Pen's Landbrush Slate, it's an A. I love it. It's not an A+, it's not like Graf von Faber-Castell Stone Gray, but this is a really beautiful gray and I love it. And then last but not least, the transparent red with a medium nib Monteverde Valentine Red, it gets an A. That's not really a ding in any of these. I love it, but there's something about when it has just super flow and my writing is super smooth that it gets an A+. So, but like I said, this is my top one right here with the broad nib. That's not really a mystery as to why, I guess, you know, knowing me like I do. Okay, let me show you my little box of distractions and fun stuff real quick before I run out of time. So in this box, which is a repurposed Opus 88 box, I have the Ecos sitting right on my desk because I'm writing letters and I've got lots more to write and cards too. Heaven forbid, more mail keeps coming through the door, so I got to try to keep up. And then this is my little box of everything that's also been keeping me going. And not everything, because I also had pen friend Marilyn send me samples of the Diamine ink vent, but I have those all in my Christmas tree advent calendar. So those are all like numbered, and he bagged and numbered them, and they're all in the little sections. And oh my gosh, thank you so much. I am so excited about December now. So there was that, doesn't fit in this box. And then I did find my shim material because I'm working on the Genhao X 159, and I've got micro mesh too, so there's that. I'm still, you know, I'm wanting to love this pen, so I'm going to keep at it. And then this is one of the samples that came in that really got to me. Let's see, there's the shimmer right there. It's Dominant Industry Christmas Red from Pen Friend CS, and I have that in my Lamy Vista with a broad nib because that's a wonderful, wonderful pen to try out a shimmer ink in, and it's just gorgeous. Whoops, I keep losing where the shimmer's going to show. So there's another one. You see, I've been naughty. Here's the other pen that I put the Hissy Fit into. Let's see, where's that card there? I'm using this for taking notes on that anxiety prescription book that I'm reading every morning because it looks so beautiful when I activate the ink with the water brush. So there's that. And then I had gotten the Genhao 159 in red. Let's see, what do I have in here? Oh yeah, I put Colorverse Redshift in this one, and that I used in this video, so that was my big justification for doing that. And then, yeah, was it yesterday or Saturday? Saturday came in through the door from my pen friend Kim, this beautiful pen. It's a Pilot Metropolitan with a cursive medium nib, and it's just wonderful. What did I put in here? Let's see. My little book with all that kind of, just did it. I should remember, but it's no wonder with everything I've got going on here. Oh, Sailor Grenade. Yeah, I thought that would be a really good ink. Oh, I've got an avalanche on the left of my desk. So I've got the Sailor Grenade in it, and it's just really nice. Oh my gosh, I'm thank you very much. Oh my goodness. It's so neat to try this. I have a fine and a medium Metropolitan, but this is my favorite. This of the Metropolitans is my absolute favorite. And then I've been carrying this one around with this is the Tache Oto pocket pen. I noticed I'm doing it harm because it's probably going to take the lettering off, but I'm carrying it in my pocket and I'm loving it with a cartridge. So I'm taking it everywhere with me. So by the time I do a review on this one, it'll be pretty good, I guess. Pretty interesting. And then this, my husband ordered it because it was in the Amazon cart, and I was really excited because I tried a Pilot Cocoon a long time ago and I didn't like it. This is a medium nib with the Pilot cartridge, and it's excellent. I'm using it in my bullet journal. So I don't know what happened with my first one. I really don't. I'm going to think about that and see if I can remember. And I think, now this one I have not inked up yet. This is a Genhao 80, I think it is. Oh my, I can't even remember. It's a, you know, kind of a Lamy 2000 lookalike. So, talk about wonderful distractions. Okay, that's it. But I thought, you know, let's put these things in this little box and realize how much we have going on here, Chris, and not get any more carried away than I already have, hopefully. So, that is the progress report. Looks like I've been pretty busy, and I've been also busy outside of the house, so it's been really interesting. But kind of neat to just use the Ecos and evaluate the inks. Is almost a level playing field if this one is the only one that's a broad. That's funny because I thought I had another one. I guess it's because I'm still finishing the fill on the transparent blue one. That has like Noodler's Navajo turquoise in it. That does have a broad nib, but it's in my other Sinclair pen case that's just kind of, I'm finishing them up and I'm cleaning pens every day as I finish them. So that is it, and I would love to hear how your progress is for November and how you're doing. Now, I'm not going to ink up separate pens for December. I'm going to see how it goes doing, you know, one of the Inkvent inks each day. And I'm not going to do a daily video because I've been there and done that, and it didn't go too well for me. It'll be a really busy birthday month and so on. So I'll probably use the Serendipity and a combination of dip pens, and any ink that just lights me on fire, it's going to be like this. You know, I'm going to end up with more. So as these finish, I'll clean them, and December will be all about the Inkvent in one fashion or form, or however it turns out to be. So I will see you on the next video, which is probably going to be another book video because I'm so excited about it that I promised myself, do the progress report, and then you're allowed to make the book, the Elvis book video that I want to make. Okay, so I'll see you next time. Bye for now.